3, 2, 1.
Hey, buddy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast that will never, ever, ever be mistaken as the greatest of all time, even though it absolutely should.
Yes.
Like and subscribe, you bludgers, and enjoy this forthcoming episode, which is an absolute banger. We deep dive into what we think are the 10 greatest sportsmen of all time. Sportsmen or sportswomen, sports stars.
Okay.
There might be a woman in here. You never know.
Yeah,
So,
you might be a woman.
there you go.
Yeah.
I think because time isn't necessarily our friend, because we've got a lot to get to.
Time is nobody's friend. Time
Correct.
is nobody's friend.
We'll rip the wax off the ball sack and get straight into it. Coming in at number 10 for me.
Oh, okay.
By the way, did you do a list?
Yeah, I did a list. I did, but a bit of a fun so-and-so.
Yeah, good.
Maybe throw in at the end a bit of, bit of chit-chat banter. Okay?
Yes, very good. Just for the record, I'm going to clear up a few things. I've seen a few of these lists floating along the internet, and I am here to absolutely clean house today and give those that deserve their rightful positions where they belong today. No more injustices by some of these absolute sports casuals on the internet. This one is the absolute real McCoy. Coming in at number 10.
Number 10.
Canadian ice hockey player Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
The greatest ice hockey player of all time. So he actually won 4 Stanley Cups, which was 84, 85, 87, and 88. He began his career in 1979 and retired in 1999, giving him a 20-year career. He actually broke 60, I repeat, 60 NHL records.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely phenomenal.
You actually,
and
you and I, you going through the facts. Finish your facts.
Up until 2024, he held a record for the most assists in NHL playoffs. That was broken in 2024 by Connor McDavid in the Stanley Cup final. But until that was a 36-year record. But aside from that, he still holds career playoff records for the most goals, which are 122, the assists, 260, points, 382, hat tricks, 10, and game-winning goals, 24. So, yeah, the assists one was broken, but the rest still stand in good stead. And if ever there was a person who was the king of ice, it's not some of those drongos you see up at King's Cross. It is absolutely
it's not
Wayne
vanilla
Gretzky.
ice. Do. It's not him. He's not the king of vanilla ice.
No, that's true either. So it's Mr. Wayne Gretzky at number 10.
We don't often talk about ice hockey in this podcast, but it actually is a great sport to watch. And I think if you and I were born and bred in Canada or America, I actually think that would be our sport.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? That's the thing. See, people think that their little bubble is like the mecca and the epicenter of the sports world. So we watch NRL and think the whole world is watching.
Yeah.
They're really not. We're just a grain of sand on the beach.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. But but I just think ice hockey is probably the best American sport. And when I say American, I mean Canadian and American.
And Canadian and all of that. And even a lot of the European countries also play it. Russia, Sweden, Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
So, it's got a bigger reach than what people think and what we think. We're in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yes. It hasn't been a country for 30 years, Drew.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. I know, but you know what I mean. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I just bury my head in sports as if I'm going to take note of
Yeah.
current affairs and world affairs and
I
the
let
things that are
numbers get in the
important.
way. Yeah. Okay. Number 10, no argument for me there. He did change. I did read something too that he changed ice hockey. We call it ice hockey. Do you know what they call
Yeah.
ice hockey in
They,
Canada?
they just call it hockey, don't
Hockey.
they?
Hockey.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, even though I wasn't an ice hockey fan as a kid, I
Mm.
still knew of Wayne Gretzky because the
Yeah.
name crossed over to places where you wouldn't believe it would.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
be that as it may, coming in at number 9,
Number 9.
Miss Mr. Don Bradman. There we
Ah,
go.
one
We've got it.
Australian made the list. Only one. There won't be more than one. I guarantee that.
There will not be more than one. If there is more than one, I will personally fire myself.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Aussie sportsmen that toil hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mr. Don Bradman had an absolutely phenomenal record.
Yeah.
52 tests, not out 10 times, 6,996 runs, a highest score of 334 runs,
Yeah.
an average, unbelievable average of 99.94. No
Yeah.
one will ever come close to that.
Yeah. Which is double what people get now, even. Like,
It's huge.
yeah.
And out of 52 tests, he made 29 hundreds.
Yeah.
If you finish up with that after 100 tests, you'd be stoked.
Yeah.
And 13 50s. And just an amazing, amazing player. Just for the record,
Mm.
in his last innings, he only needed 4 runs in his last innings
Last innings.
to have of his career to have an average of 100, and he made a second ball duck.
Duck.
So,
Yeah.
and I do believe, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that might have been his only duck of his career.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did retire at 40,
Mm.
so all up, even outside the test arena, I think actually his first class stats, so this is outside the test arena, he played 234 games, 43 not outs, 28,067 runs, an average of 95.14, 117 hundreds, and 69 50s. Just next level mythological stats. And the man absolutely, his bat hit more balls than bloody Elton John's chin. He's just an absolute freak.
Yep. And it's important to say too that cricket is a sport all about statistics. You know, even if you just look at the score, it's not like soccer where it's like nil all,
Yeah.
1-0
Yeah.
or 1. It's there's like 20, 30 numbers just in one page. You know,
Correct.
it's a statistic sport. People are constantly comparing numbers at all times, and the only one statistic that you need to remember, Drewy, is Don Bradman was twice as good as anybody else has ever been.
100%. And one extra statistic I will add to this is Bradman's career was actually put on hold from 1940 to 1946 due to World War II and his own health issues. So you could only imagine how prolific those stats could have been.
And that wasn't at the end of when did he start? That wasn't the end of his career. Do you know what I mean?
No, but he retired at 40. I think he played about 4 or 5 years after that break. So, yeah. His career was from 1928 to 1948. So, there you go. He played 2 years after that break.
Yeah.
So, you could imagine like those 6 years were in a prolific moment of his career where he could have actually added even more mustard to that amazing record. So, there you go, Mr. Don Bradman.
I'm going to argue with you there, Don Bradman.
Don Bradman.
Number 8.
Okay. Yes, number 8 we have, coming in at number 8, the Golden Bear, Mr. Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There you go. The greatest golfer of all time.
Yeah.
There you go. I said it. Now, I'm absolutely going to enjoy this one because there are a number of Neville nobodies who on the internet, I've scoured certain lists and they've had him on their top 10 greatest sportsmen of all time and not had Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
That is the biggest load of disrespect I've ever heard, and I'm here to completely wipe your ass and debunk
Yeah.
every single thought that you've ever had that
Didn't you
Woods is
say you're
better
here to
than Jack Nicklaus.
wipe somebody's ass? I don't
I
know.
will wipe their ass because I'm going to humiliate them.
Okay, but it's not hard to argue. He's just got the most major wins at 17 or something, right?
Correct, but I'm going to further obliterate anyone on Team Woods.
Okay.
Shout out to
Okay, yeah,
shout out to Team Tiger.
you're going on about here because a lot of people say Tiger Woods, and I actually wrote that down too. I wrote Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods. Like who's better? Who's had the better career, longer career? Who is more? Wow, I tell you, Tiger was more marketable.
Absolutely he was. It doesn't make him better though. So here's the kicker to put the knife through Team Woods. As much as I didn't mind Tiger, I just love Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
Better golfer and better human being. And coming in at number 8, Jack Nicklaus. He won 18 majors to Woods 15.
Tiger,
That's
15. Yep. Okay.
that's the biggest stat.
Yep.
Now, in majors, Nicklaus finished second 19 times.
Yeah.
Woods finished second 7 times.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Yep.
You want the pile on even more?
Yeah. Okay.
In majors, Nicklaus came third 9 times. Woods 4 times.
Okay. Yeah.
Came fourth 8 times. Woods 5 times.
Yeah.
Top 10 finishes in majors. Nicklaus 73 times to Tiger Woods 33 times.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you want to have something to hang your hat on after you've just been completely annihilated for Team Woods,
Yep. Yep.
outside of majors, Woods has won more tournaments, 110 to 107. But at the end of the day, what do all of these golfers play for? They play for the majors.
Yeah. It's the same in the tennis too. It's all about the majors. It's all about the main,
Yeah, if you're asking a pro golfer, what tournaments did you win this year? And they go, oh, the Kleenex Classic and the Coca-Cola Cup and the Trojan Condoms Open. And then they go, oh, okay, well, cool. What majors did you win?
It's about the majors.
Oh, I didn't win one this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. Cool story.
Yeah.
So
here's a question.
Comparison over.
How many majors are there every year?
4 majors.
Okay. All right. Just like tennis. Okay.
Just like tennis. So look, and I'll also give Nicklaus credit for being a better human being because he was asked this, who he thinks is better. He goes, naturally, I'm going to say myself, but if you want to say of all time, we just played in different eras, and mate, he had the whole highway and carte blanche just to say, mate, I am the absolute fucking GOAT. But because he's so humble, and just one quick other humble story.
Wait, can I just ask this? Did their paths ever cross? Like, were they against each other in a major?
No. Nicklaus had retired before Woods, I do believe. But anyway,
was his career was faster too, right? Like he came and went quicker. Is that right?
Who's that?
Tiger Woods was started and left quicker.
Yeah. Look, Nicklaus's one had more longevity.
Yeah.
What I will say is that Nicklaus credited Tiger Woods with having a better short game, better putting game, but Nicklaus also said he had the better driving game, the better long game, and I think the comparison is pretty much laid out there. So there you go, and it's all Team Nicklaus for me. But one thing I will get to before I get to number 7. Nicklaus did say, which showed how much of a great human being he was, he got a real kick out of a story. that when Woods first became a professional, before Woods had won anything, he asked the great Jack Nicklaus how many majors he had won, how many majors he had won outside. Oh, sorry, how many tournaments he had won outside of the majors. And Nicklaus goes, I heard that and I'm like, I love this guy because he wants to break my records. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
getting on to number
Number
7.
7. Yeah.
Number 7, none other than Serena Williams.
Okay, a woman did make it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just to prove that even though I'm the biggest misogynist on this
Yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
I'm not a total dick flop.
Yeah.
I do include the women.
Yeah.
So, ladies, this one's for you.
Yeah.
Drink it up.
Drink it.
Number 7.
Drink the milk. Drink the milk up.
Serena Williams. Now, listen, there is some contention here because Margaret Court has 24 majors to her name,
Yeah.
but I'm actually going to go against my record. Seems hypocritical, but once I explain it, it's not. I usually have the record, I usually have the argument of if you win more majors, you're better. And that is generally a rule of thumb. Be that as it may, it's only one more major than Serena Williams. And I will say this, Margaret Court won 13 of those majors during the times when tennis was in the amateur ranks before it had turned pro in 1968. That makes a massive difference. It means that Williams won all of her 23 majors while it was professional tennis during the age of sports science,
she
when they didn't have other jobs.
Arguably, well, not arguably, she played better players.
Much better
It wasn't just,
competition.
playing an
Absolutely.
architect or a secretary or a
No.
single mum that had a spare time half a day a week. It was
Yes.
people that played every day. That was their job. Wake up, serve, volley, practice, go to bed, rinse and repeat. And so, yeah,
Yes.
I think it'd be hard for someone to argue that Margaret Court was a better player than Serena.
Absolutely. Now, also, you've also got to remember that Margaret Court played in a time of, for a long time, wooden rackets and maybe fiberglass at the end.
Yeah.
Serena Williams played in a time with those graphite rackets and,
Faster.
just faster, better rackets and carbon fiber rackets. But despite all of this, the other thing I will say, Margaret Court played in a time where there was a bit of power, but it was mainly a placement game.
Yeah, yeah.
Serena Williams played in an era where it was both placement and power.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, she crushed some of those balls like a man-hating lesbian with an axe to grind.
Yeah.
Absolute beast.
Yeah.
So, for you, Serena Williams, we salute you at number 7 with 23 majors. For the record, she also had a sister that people know of, Venus Williams, who won 7 majors. And just as a side note, their head-to-head was Serena Williams winning 19 matches, Venus Williams winning 12.
And there was a stage where Venus was better, or there was a stage where there wasn't a better one. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That came from the stage where obviously Serena started after Venus because Venus was older than Serena. So it got to that point in Serena's stage where she caught up to her and then inevitably she overtook her and became an absolute tennis powerhouse. So moving on to number 6.
Number 6.
Mr. Usain Bolt. There you go. Yeah. Look, and he's the only one that can carry off that bloody cheesy pointing to the sky like Zeus kind of pose. You've got a lot of middle-aged men and white folk doing it on photographs and Polaroids, and it looks cheesy as fuck. You've got to be Jamaican. You've got to be Usain Bolt. In fact, I think you've only got to be him to be able to pull that off.
It was huge. He was huge. And what about that photo where he was that far ahead. It was a 100-meter run or something, and
Yes.
he like turned to the cameras or the crowd or whatever, like, and it was two or like like a meter or something in front of everybody else, and just did like this ridiculous smile. So
Yeah.
if he didn't do that, he would have been faster, but he just knew, like he just had it in the bag. He thought, oh, this will be a great photo. I'll just be a bit slower and get this cheesy photo in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He was that much better than anyone else. He could actually grab an ice cream and eat a hot dog and drink
Yeah.
a beer on the way to actually crossing the line first.
Yep.
He was one of those.
And what about how he too also Drewy? It's got to mention how he had all those millions of people on his Twitter and Facebook, and before he did the run, he's like, "I'm just off to McDonald's to have a Happy Meal or something." During that.
I do remember that, and just quietly, I think his black sausage got a bit of a workout in the Olympic Village.
Yeah, yeah, it certainly did. But he was a marketing dream as well. He really was.
He ab he absolutely was, and that I think kind of helped his legacy a bit
Yeah.
too. But nonetheless, I'll go through some of his
He was,
statistics.
he was this list is greatest sports people, and he
Mm,
was so much better than the rest. And there's nothing which
yes,
makes you obviously better than the rest, like forgetting
mm,
about statistics, than that photo when he was a meter faster in like a
yeah.
100-meter race. You know?
This is correct.
Yeah.
So he's actually his shining light was in the Olympics.
Mm.
Over time, he won 8 gold, 0 bronze, and 0 silver. In Beijing, he won 2 gold, which
That's
were the
amazing.
100.
Even that stats shows how much better he was, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like no
100%.
gold, no silver. Just
Just
sorry, no
yeah,
silver, no
no,
bronze.
no bronze, just eight
Just
gold.
gold. Here's gold. Yeah.
That's true. So in Beijing, he won 2 gold, which were the 100 and 200 meters. In London, he won 3 gold, which is the 100 and 200 meters. The 4x100 relay. Rio, 3 gold, 100 and 200 meters, and the 4x100 relay. What I will say is to go 3 Olympics on the trot, winning the 100 and 200 meters is absolutely phenomenal. You've got to
Ridiculous.
remember there's a 4 year break in between, and to
Yeah,
come back 4 years later
yeah,
is
yeah.
completely off the charts.
Especially a sport like that.
Yes.
Especially a sport like that. And what about how he went and he played a few games for the Central Coast Mariners after that?
Yeah, I think somebody needed to tap him on the shoulder and just say, stick to sprinting, champ. End your legacy
He
there.
just kind of like, okay, shut the door, please. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, do whatever you want. Shut the door. Shut the door.
Yeah. So he had that little foray into the soccer. That didn't quite work out. What
Yeah.
I will say is all competitions outside of, I think including the Olympics, are also all competitions. He had 23 gold, 5 silver, and 1 bronze. So there you go. That was our number 6. Now we got to find our number 5, Mr. Joker and the Thief, none other than Novak
Oh,
Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic. Yes.
So there you go. This one's fairly easy. I don't really need to
Oh,
go
can you
into
hear
too
these
much
kids
detail.
screaming? Give me a second. I'll tell them to shut up.
Yep, no problem. I'll just wait till you get back, shut the door, lock them in the dungeon so we can continue this list. Nonetheless, Novak Djokovic won 24 majors, the
Absolutely.
most of any male of all time. Second spot was Federer with second spot was Nadal with 22
Just never
and
reading this.
Federer had 20.
Oh, yeah, I
Yep.
know. I was listening in. So basically, it's, the big three. That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
So what I
And the big
based
three was the big four for a little bit because we had Murray in there. Um,
yeah, but he's a pretty distant fourth. Like he's off at Pluto while the others are bloody in Rio de Janeiro.
yeah,
There's a
there,
big
there
there's a
was a
big fucking
stage
gap. Yeah,
when there was the big four, correct?
this is correct. but it very quickly got left in the mist.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, like I said while you were away, just
Oh no, I heard it.
quietly,
I heard it. I
yep,
heard it.
yep. 24 majors for Djokovic, 22 for Nadal, and 20 for Federer. Now, where Djokovic wins all arguments here is the fact that he also has a better head-to-head record against both Federer and
Yeah.
Nadal. So he's
Yeah.
won more majors and he did better in the
Like
head-to-head
there
against
are
both.
stats where you can say, oh, Federer won more games or something, or stayed at number one for longer. There are
Yeah,
stats out there, but even forgetting about that head to head and this and that, it
yeah,
it's like the golf, it's majors. Okay,
exactly.
it's majors one.
Win,
You know,
win whatever you want
head to head
outside of
doesn't
that.
matter. Head to head
And
doesn't matter, Drewy, because you could be different times and this and that. It's majors. It's majors.
yeah, I agree. Say what you want about all the other tournaments outside of that. Only probably about 10% of full on hardcore rusted on fans care about that.
Yeah,
Just for the record, Federer won. I'm going to go through all of them just quickly.
yeah,
Federer won 6 Australian Opens,
yeah,
1 French, 8 Wimbledon, 5 US. Nadal won 2 Australian Opens, a record that'll never be beaten. 14 French,
yeah,
2 Wimbledon, and 4 US. Djokovic won 10 Australian Opens, 3 French, 7 Wimbledon, and 4 US.
yeah.
The next crop coming up are Alcaraz, who's won 6 majors at the age of 24, and
Not bad.
Sinner, who's won 4 majors at the age of 24. So they're ones to look out for.
Yeah.
They still have a hell of a Mount Everest to climb,
Will they
but the
get?
mantle there
Will
still
they
goes
get to
to Novak
25?
Djokovic.
Will they
Hmm?
get to 25? Will they get there? Time will tell. Uh,
Yeah,
but it's not impossible.
no.
But it sure will be exciting when it gets close.
One thing I will say to put it into perspective, how phenomenal Djokovic's record is 24 majors. That is 6 straight years
Ten
worth
more
of
minutes.
majors before he won
10
any.
more minutes.
All
10,
right.
10 more
Our
minutes.
next, Jesus, our next one is Pele,
Oh,
number four. Number four. He's won a career of, he's had a career where he's scored 1,279 goals in 1,363 games, which is a Guinness World Record. He's actually won 3 World Cups, only man to ever do it.
yeah.
He
Okay.
was also named the Football Player of the Century last century. It was named in 2000. So with FIFA, he joined Maradona with that honour. That was a joint prize given. But there was also another establishment, the International Federation of Football History and Stats, which gave him the #1 soccer player of the century there.
Okay.
Not much else needs to be said apart from the fact that he was also the youngest player to play in a World Cup at 17. He also scored 2 goals at 17 in the 1958 World Cup final. And for Brazil, he played 92 games and 77 goals. Well done, Pele.
Pele.
There you go.
Pele.
Coming in at number 3, my God, I have so many things here. You know what?
Do you want to,
I,
we can make this a 2 episode one, dude. Just relax, okay? Let's just take our time. Don't rush it, Drew. Breathe in, breathe out.
and and you wouldn't believe it,
Yeah, you've
but
lost your bit of paper.
I've lost my bit of paper. Anyway, fucking number 3. This was bound to happen. Listen, people watching this, I was doing well up until then.
Can you
Kids
show us
screaming babies.
over on the wall and stuff? Just show us, swing the phone around, or
Oh, no, I can't because it's stuck to the wall. Needless to say, I look like a fucking, I don't know, what would you call it? A serial killer with all their plots and points,
yeah.
or even a private investigator.
No, you look like a serial killer. That's what you look like.
Fair call. Have I even got number 2 and 1? Um, my God, hang on. How about I just take down all the ones that...
You
Yeah,
did.
okay, I do.
Yeah.
I don't care because Michael Jordan was a bit of a dickhead, but I will say this:
Hang
he
on.
was a...
Are you saying that's number three? Or
Yes, Michael Jordan,
okay,
number
well,
three.
yeah, okay, all right. Number three.
So, from what I remember, he won six NBA championships, and he won the MVP in the NBA championships six times. So every time he won a grand final, what we call in Australia, they call it the finals over there,
Yeah.
he actually won
Man of the match.
man of the match in all of them.
Yeah.
And I believe he was a 10-time top scorer
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Anyway, countless other records. I could go on and on and on. I wrote them in a bit of paper. I fucked up. Please forgive me. It's the
Ah,
Red Hot Underdogs.
yeah.
He
That's
just,
what you're here for,
he,
to make everybody feel better about themselves.
that's true. I really did feel like I was overachieving.
Mm.
Anyway, for all of you Jordan fans out there, he was a fucking good player. Congratulations. Six-time MVP. I think that he got the top point scorer in the actual league 10 on 10 different occasions.
Yeah.
But just records to burn.
Yeah.
His
And also,
marketability, everything he's done, known
and
as the
then
greatest basketball player of all time, blah, 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 blah,
marketing,
blah.
a marketing dream.
Yeah,
He turned into like a movie star with like
yeah,
Space Jam movies and stuff. And also, like, you can't talk about Jordan without mentioning a
yeah.
phenomenal shoe brand that just
Correct. Yeah,
rivaled any other shoes. Like even now, it's the biggest, best shoes. Isabella, I'm doing my podcast, mate.
the only one,
Oh,
the only thing we won't mention about his greatness or his airness or how fantastic he was that small little bloody baseball career, which
oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
a ton of shit. But apart from that,
But he made a joke
phenomenal.
about it, didn't it? That like turned into a bit of a meme, a bit of a joke. It was
Yeah, the less said about that, the better. We won't besmirch his brilliant,
he
prolific,
how he
and
came back.
mythological NBA career by mentioning his
Yeah,
basketball career.
yeah,
Well done, Michael Jordan.
yeah.
Number three. You're a fucking
Yeah,
legend.
he did well deserves it.
Yeah.
And just to say, I actually had him at number one. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Even if you weren't such a nice person, you're a fucking good basketball player.
Yeah.
Okay, coming in at number two, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Watch where you stand. It's Muhammad Ali.
Oh wow.
There you
Comes
go.
with a rhyme. How about that? Yeah, I like it.
Huh?
Came with a rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he's in at number two. Look, what can you say? He was a three-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Yep.
He beat the likes of look, unparalleled
Parallel.
heavyweight resume. He
Yep.
beat Henry Cooper once, Sonny Liston twice, Floyd Patterson, Cleveland Williams, Ernie Terrell, Zora Foley, Jerry Quarry, Oscar Bonavina, uh, Joe Frazier twice, Jimmy Ellis, Buster Mathis, Ken Norton twice, Ron Lyle, Jimmy Young and Ernie Shavers, and the only man ever to stop George Foreman, who had 81 fights in that Rumble in the Jungle, stopped him in round eight with the famous rope-a-dope in Zaire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it pretty much speaks for itself,
It'd be
you
hard to
know.
say he's not number one. It really would. And also like when he was number one,
Mm,
his like boxing had never and will never
yeah.
be that big. Do you know what I mean? Like the actual sport was as big as it's ever been as well.
Oh, absolutely, mate. He was just an absolute phenomenon. He
Yep.
just was culturally
Yep.
uh, crossing over to superstar appeal. He
Yep.
broke that crossover appeal stream. Probably the most iconic sports star of all time. And he had the accomplishments to match, to boot. Coming in at number 1,
Oh my goodness, 2.5 minutes to go. I think we've done it, Drewy. Number
none other than
one.
the Baltimore Bullet, Mr. Michael Phelps.
Ah, wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting.
Now,
I actually thought you were going to say Maradona. I,
no,
yeah, because and Michael Phelps. Okay, sorry. Yep, of course. Yeah, he just cleaned up, didn't he? He got more gold than Midas.
correct. So 28 Olympic medals. He won 23 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. The most decorated Olympian of all time.
So nobody's got that many gold before.
No, in Sydney, which was his first Olympics, I believe he was only 15 or 17. He only won 1 bronze, but he was a kid back then.
Yeah.
But here's where the wheel turns. Athens 2004 won 6 gold, 2 bronze.
Yeah.
Beijing broke Mark Spitz's record of 7 gold, and he actually won 8 gold. London 2012, 4 gold, 2 silver. Rio, 5 gold, 1 silver. And outside the Olympics, in the World Championships, he won 27 gold, 6 silver, 1 bronze, a total all up of 43 gold, 11 silver, 1 bronze, and during his career, he broke 39 world records. Now,
It smells
when
something.
you...
I think my daughter's burning something. We'll keep
That's okay. When you think about everything, going to the Olympics, you've got a 4-year gap to win 23 gold medals, to turn up time after time and rejuvenate your hunger, your fire, and your want for gold and legacy. It is absolutely phenomenal. We hear about it in sports all the time. People had certain years off and they were never the same, but to turn up every 4 years and continue to win gold is absolutely amazing. That level of discipline in training and performance is completely unmatched, in my opinion.
What about this for matching? She's got like 2 bits of toast and ham and just shoved it into this toaster and it's burnt the hell with smoke everywhere.